It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti on the phone.
Hi, Paul.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
The TCO pointed this out to me the other day. You guys put up the 25 most dangerous intersections at your website, and I'm kind of fascinated by it, but I'm more fascinated by some other stuff. What got you, first of all, to do this? How'd you put this together?
Well, interestingly enough, so we had some interns, and they had accounting degrees. They were like friends' kids who kind of worked with us, and we're trying to figure out what we could have them do because, they're not lawyers. They're not really, and we realized that one of the things that we've always been fascinated about was that we kind of do see these repeated accidents at these repeated areas, and when we can, we try to report it to DOT to help them, gauge that can make things safer. But these two young guys got together and they compiled all this stuff, came up with this list, and we have whisked it off to Department of Transportation in hopes that they'll somehow take a look at these intersections and try to make them safer.
It is interesting. There's a total score, and I'm not sure how you get to the score, but there is only, I guess the good news is there's not a ton of deaths. Like, for instance, the number one is Washington Ave Extension, New Carner Road. 30 crashes, 11 injuries, gets a score of 63, but no deaths. So, I mean, that's good news, right?
But 10,780 or something accidents, was that a 1 year? How's that even possible?
Yeah. Well, they're happening, all over. They're happening. But, again, take an intersection like that Washington Avenue Extension. I mean, I've actually driven by and seen accidents or the remnants of accidents, but it tends to be a little lower impact because there's just this weird turning. Everybody's either turning left or going straight. There wasn't a lot of deaths there. The death accidents tend to be on these crossovers and these sort of highways where they're kind of a one-off, right? Somebody's out in Montgomery County or in Albany County in a rural area, and there's this head-on situation or at a tough. But in terms of the number of accidents, when you see that, there probably is something wrong or something that needs to be dealt with from a signage perspective or some type of anticipation that there's just going to be cars that are making bad decisions.
This is a really detailed breakdown here.
Right.
Quinn put a link up on our page at PYX106.com. I find it interesting. You even go through like the accident types that are happening in our area. Now, like almost 85% are other motor vehicles.
Right.
But the second highest thing causing accidents outside of other motor vehicles, deer. And
Yeah.
I had to say to my wife, we're going on vacation, we're going down 90, and a little fawn comes out, and we're on 90 doing 70.
Right.
I'm like, you got to kill that. Do not stop.
Right.
Right? I mean, I hate to say that, but we didn't kill
hard.
it.
No,
But
you got to do it. TCO hit a deer this year. I had a car accident. I mean, even fender benders go to the bottom line, I imagine, right?
Some of the worst accidents we've had where somebody has slowed down, and it could just be for a squirrel, because nobody, that feeling when you hit something or even a bird, it's horrible.
So,
but they've stopped in the intersection, which caused the car behind a tractor trailer to go around them and caused a head-on, resulted in two folks dying, and they stopped because of the squirrel. And I get why you emotionally want to do that, but you don't have that luxury when you're on a highway. And again, you hope you don't face that, but when you do have to kind of keep going and just hope that squirrel's faster than you are. Kind of stays between the car or gets out quick.
Number 11, County Road 155 and Everett Road. Where's the Central Ave Everett Road extension landing? Is that top 10?
That's 11.
That's number 11. That's the same one. Okay.
The one you.
But I don't see any deaths. I thought we had deaths on.
The one death I have right here is in New Carner Road, Western Ave.
Okay.
And these are compiled from January 2015 to December 2016.
Okay.
But the second most crashes you're going to see in our area, Hoosick Street and 15th Street in Rensselaer County, believe it or not.
Sure is. Yeah.
Wow.
Nope.
I'll tell you what, people are going to take this information, Paul, and they're going to use it. I bet they'll be teaching it in classes and studying in statistics classes and whatnot. It makes great sense.
Paul.
Yeah.
Like, you sent this off to the Department of Transportation. Do you expect them to make any changes?
Well, once they get on notice two ways. One is by accidents, because they're, in theory, they look at these things and they have the ability to recognize that it's a dangerous intersection. Or two, when they're put on notice of a potential defect. And what we've done is just put them on notice that there's just too many accidents happening at these intersections because it's not just the most traffic. I mean, we have areas in our capital region where there's far more traffic.
Right.
And there's far less accidents. So there's something that just isn't jiving. And hopefully that at this point, they're again, these guys are smart folks over there. They've been trained in this, and they can take a look to see, what's going on with the traffic patterns that maybe is making that just a little more dangerous, and they can find a way to just curtail that even by 10 or 20%.
Even up in your neck of the woods, Quinn, US 9 and Old Post Road in Boston Spa.
I know that. I know that well.
That comes in at number 19 on the list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of traffic
check
up
out
there.
the list. It's really interesting.
Yeah, thanks for putting it together. Go see it at PYX106.com. Make sure you go to 1-800-LAW-1010.com or call them at the same number. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti. We appreciate it, brother.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Quinn and Cantera, mornings on PYX 106.